Right now, some Mount Holly residents now pushing to pause plans that could bring a funeral home and crematory to their neighborhood. Many worry the business may produce pollutants disrupting the quality of air, soil, and water in the area. Yet the property owner argues that's just not the case. A community meeting is currently underway to help address some of these concerns. WCNC Charlotte's Brianna Harper got a chance to hear from both sides of the development debate and shares what's next for the proposal.
What's now an old church here in Mount Holly could possibly turn into a funeral home business if the proposal is in fact approved. But the possible change has some neighbors concerned. Quiet and calm is this neighborhood along Smith Road in Mount Holly. And those who live here say they want to keep it that way. Yet some worry plans for a new funeral home and crematory could compromise that peace.
I don't understand why this is even being considered in the very center of a residential area.
A conditional zoning application was recently filed with Gaston County, and Amy Crocker, the property owner and the woman behind the plan, thinks it's a great one.
I just want it to be a small country funeral home. I don't have to do a lot of business. It's tough when you have your folks dying off.
Back in April, Crocker says she purchased her family church, Daystar Baptist, and began the process of converting the church into a funeral home. But talks of a potential zoning change sparked neighborhood concern.
I can't see one positive thing that it does for our community.
First, some residents worry about the chance of decreasing nearby property values, and then the possible threat of environmental harm.
It's a lot of pounds of mercury that are blown out the stack when they cremate somebody. And there's vapor, it gets deposited on the trees, it washes down on the rank, and get in the groundwater.
Crocker says commercial crematories are required to have equipment to filter any dangerous pollutant. And in her submitted plan, she says she also has a process to separate her embalming tank and her septic tank within the building. Just some examples of her efforts to reassure future neighbors.
They might not necessarily love the idea, but they've met me and they know that I'm going to do a good job and that I'm going to take care of them and I'm not going to do anything to harm the environment.
The next step is for the proposal to go before the planning board. Meanwhile, neighbors are still trying to wrap their heads around this potential new reality.
I don't know how many people want to sit in their backyard and have a barbecue, sit outside, mow the grass, and then all of a sudden you catch a whiff of somebody being burned.
Brianna Harper, WCNC, Charlotte.